Hello guys, welcome back to another Elder Scrolls lore. Now before we begin today, I'd like to make a shout out to the Discord chat. Feel free to join in the link in the description below or in the channel header. And then feel free to check out Aries' channel while you're there. There's a link in the description below to his channel. It's fantastic works of art. It's where I get my music from. I highly recommend you check that out. And then at the same time, at the end of the video, make sure you stay if you want to hear another announcement. I have another bigger announcement that I kind of want to talk about. It has to do with the with cutting down the lore series, the Elder Scrolls lore series, that is, down to a week instead of twice a week. And we can talk about it more at the end, so I have more freedom or no more time constraints. I want to get to the lore as soon as possible here. And then there'll be, just before the lore, there'll be one more hint to the new lore series, and they'll be a bit more obvious than the last one. The last one was pretty difficult. But with that being said, today we're going to be talking about the Hero of Kvatch. It was a recommended topic, and it's something I've been putting off because there's a lot of lore behind it. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. The Hero of Kvatch, or the Champion of Cyrodiil, is the main protagonist of the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, and is the hero of the Oblivion Crisis, the Auroran Crisis, and the Grey March at the end of the Third Era. Now, initially, the main character is locked away in Imperial prison for unknown reasons, and eventually is came across by Uriel Septim VII and his retinue of blades, which includes Renal, Glenroy, and Boris. Now, as they attempt to escort the Emperor out, they are attacked by Mythic Dawn assassins, and the prisoner is freed when the Emperor's retinue passes their cell on the way to the secret passage. The Emperor mysteriously identifies the hero as a person of importance, and the hero escorts the Emperor and the Blades for a while. Now, eventually, the Mythic Dawn assassins appear to ambush the group, but they are fended off. Eventually, the hero and the Emperor are cornered in a small room while his bodyguards engage several Mythic Guard agents. In the midst of the fight, the Emperor hands the hero the Amulet of Kings and tells the hero to bring it to Joffrey. Soon after, he is killed by a Mythic Dawn assassin who comes out of a secret passage. The assassin is quickly dispatched but this damage had already been done. Boris mentions that Joffrey was located at the Waynon Priory and reluctantly entrusts the hero with the amulet. The hero then leaves the prison through the sewers and proceeds to the Waynon Priory. Upon arriving there in the meeting with Joffrey was now a monk there, and showing him the Amulet of Kings, he demands to know such an important artifact and how he got the Amulet of Kings, obviously. The hero then informs Joffrey of the deaths of the Emperor and the three heirs, and Joffrey explains, in the order to keep the Daedra of Oblivion from invading Tamriel, Akatosh gave Saint Alessa the Amulet of Kings and the eternal dragon fires of the Imperial City. They made a covenant to keep the gates of Oblivion shut so long as those of the Dragonblood wore the amulet. Despite the direness of the situation, Joffrey tells the hero that all is not lost, for one last heir still lives, and that is Martin Septim, the Emperor's illegitimate son, who as a baby was entrusted to him. The hero then heads to the Chapel of Akatosh in the city of Kvatch, where Martin is now living as a priest. The hero is then to bring him back to the Priory so that he can be escorted to Cloud Ruler Temple, the headquarters of the Blades located in the Dural Mountains, where Martin can be kept safe by the knights sworn to protect his bloodline. Upon reaching Kvatch, the hero finds that the Daedra have invaded it in search of Martin. At the city gates, a few remaining guards and their captain are attempting to hold off the Daedra coming out of the Oblivion Gates. The hero enters the gates and removes the sigil stone, closing it. Another small skirmish ensues inside the city, after which the hero finds Martin at the Chapel of Akatosh. He follows the hero now that the Oblivion Gate is closed and the townfolk to safety. Now, the hero aids the remaining guards in purging the city of the Daedra and returns to the Waynon Priory only to be confronted by the Mythic Dawn assassins. Martin and the hero fight their way to Joffrey, who survived the attack but failed to prevent them from taking the Amulet of Kings. After speaking to Martin and Joffrey, the hero then learns that they should talk to Boris to see if they learn anything about the assassins. Once in the Imperial City, they find Boris in Luther Broad's boarding house, and Boris tells them that the man sitting behind them was watching, and the hero then to back him up as they proceed to the basement. Now, in the basement, the man attacks, revealing himself to be a member of the Mythic Dawn cult. Boris tells the hero about the cult, and the hero retrieves the first volume of a book called The Mythic Dawn Commentaries off the corpse of the dead cultists. Boris then suggests that the hero go see Taormina at the Arcane University to see what she knows about the book. When investigating the Mythic Dawn, the book reveals they were all written by Mankar Camoran, the leader of the Mythic Dawn cult, and that there was a hidden message to those who were interested in joining. She returns the first volume to the hero and gives them the second volume as well, and then she suggests the hero go find the other 2 volumes at first edition. After arriving there, the shopkeeper says he has a copy of the 3rd volume, but it has been reserved for a man named Gwyneth. When Gwyneth arrives, the hero tells him about the connection of the Mythic Dawn cult and the Emperor's assassination. Gwyneth, flustered by the news, is eager to remove any connection between himself and the assassins and gladly hands it over, as well as a note arranging a meeting with a Mythic Dawn member, which Gwyneth says is the only way to get the 4th volume. After hearing about this news, Boris and the hero make their way to the sewers, to the meeting place, but have to fight and kill the cultists. After retrieving the last volume of the commentaries, the hero brings all 4 to Taormina, who deciphers the hidden message after a few days. She tells the hero that the hidden message is a green emperor way where tower reaches midday sun. The hero travels to Green Emperor Way, where they find and steal the Mysterium Xarxes and brings it back to Martin at Cloud Ruler Temple. Martin expresses shock that the hero would even bring it to him, but after deciphering it, Martin finds a way to protect himself and start learning how to plan for future events. After deciphering part of the Mysterium Xarxes, Martin learns that Mankar Camoran bound himself to the book and used a ritual to create his paradise. Martin was only able to decipher what the first item was, and that was the blood of a Daedra. Martin speaks of Daedric shrines, and now how the Daedric artifacts are created from the essence of a Daedric prince. The hero must then obtain any Daedric artifact and bring it to him. Once you retrieve it, you find out that the blood of a divine is needed as the second piece, so the hero then will travel to St. Creed Tor to find a way to get the armor of Tiber Septim, and Tiber Septim ascended as Talos, obviously, so that is the blood of a divine. So once that happens, the 3rd item is a great well-keened stone, and the hero then head to Miskarand to find it, and they end up fighting the king and some zombies, and the hero obtains the great well-keened stone. Sorry. I'm having a lot of trouble speaking lately. My voice has been really... Every time I try talking, my voice just, goes all jittery. I don't know. It's been weird. I don't know why. Last few videos I've been trying to make, I've just been really, my voice just gets shot. It's been annoying for me. The final requirement for the stone is for the ritual is the Great Sigil Stone, and that is the open portal into the paradise. However, the only way to obtain it is from a great gate, similar to that of the one in Kvatch. Thus, the Mythic Dawn must be allowed to proceed with a plan to attack Bruma. Martin suits up in armor and states that he will lead them into battle, despite protests from both Joffrey and the hero. The hero will accompany them and make their way to Bruma and speaks with Narina Carvane and the captain there named Bird to explain the plan. While they are doubtful, they both agree to all meet at the Chapel of Talos to explain the upcoming battle. At the end of the battle, Marunas Dagon is dealt a serious blow. The soldiers cheer their victory and cheer their new emperor, who has proven himself well on the battlefield. Now, the hero is then urged by Martin to then travel to Cloud Ruler Temple, where they can finally conduct the ritual to enter paradise. Once they do that, the hero accepts this and proceeds into paradise, and eventually makes their way inside to kill Camoran and his family. Paradise is then destroyed, and the hero returned to Mundus. Now Martin, the hero, and their allies move to the Imperial City to crown Martin and end the crisis. The Daedra launch a last-ditch assault on the city led by Marunas Dagon himself. The hero and Martin make their way to the Temple of the One, where Martin breaks the Amulet of Kings and absorbs its power to become the Avatar of Akatosh in order to combat Marunas Dagon. Martin and the Avatar of Akatosh successfully defeat the Prince of Destruction, but spends all his energy in doing so. The Avatar and Martin's body then turn to stone, forever protecting Nirn from the Daedra of Oblivion. Soon after the Oblivion crisis, High Chancellor Akato then arrives at the scene of the climactic battle. he and the hero talk about how Martin's sacrifice permanently protected all of Tamriel and Nirn from oblivion. Akato says that Martin died as a hero who would rival Tiber Septim himself, and he would have made a great emperor. With the Septim bloodline lost, however, the Elder Council would have to keep the Empire running until a new emperor is crowned. Akato, recognizing the hero's contributions to the Empire, proclaims the hero the champion of Cyrodiil and has a new set of armor called the Imperial Dragon Armor, crafted for him as a reward. Now, the fate of the champion of Cyrodiil is hard to say. So, after the Oblivion Crisis, the Hero of Kvatch went on to reclaim the lost relics of the Divine Crusader, becoming the Divine Crusader himself, and defeated Omaril the Unfeathered and stopping the Auroran Crisis. The Hero of Kvatch then got involved with the Grey March in the Shivering Isles, which caused them to mantle Sheogorath, becoming the Daedric Prince of Madness known today. But whether or not that actually happened is unknown. We don't know if the current Sheogorath we see is the champion of Cyrodiil, or if Sheogorath is still Sheogorath. Whether that is what it is, that is all the information we have today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a lot of fun. As always, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And so I told you guys I would talk about the possibility of me cutting down back to once a week. So here we go. So essentially, you know, I'm on this twice a week schedule here with the Elder Scrolls lore. I've been thinking about cutting it down basically to lighten up my workload, at least for a time. If you guys still like this twice a week content model, that is completely okay with me. I'm okay with doing that, but at the time right now I'm going to cut it down to once a week, and this will be the last week we have twice a week for at least a little bit, and maybe at least till we get to the summer, because right now this combined with school, combined with work, it's been a lot of I don't have free time. I really don't, and so this has been a lot of chaos to be able to figure out, and I would be able to get ahead on this series as a whole. I wouldn't be consistently rushing to push out content and push out stuff. Like Tuesdays, I wouldn't be making a video the day of that comes out at 2 in the morning, and for Saturdays, you know, it would be just an easier workload for me. And Saturday, I tend to be able to get the video out relatively early, because Saturday is the day I usually don't work. I work every other weekend, so I usually have that, and I usually have the time regardless of which, because I have the day to do it. I don't have class. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to do it for a time being, to cut this down to once a week, and if the new lore series takes off, the new lore series will either be once a week or twice a week. I don't really know yet. We'll see how that does. That's coming out, I guess, from this video tomorrow. I'm recording this a couple days earlier, so it's like, I don't know if this is going to be time enough. I got to figure out the time here. But yeah, other than that, though, I think I'm just going to take this bit to lighten it up. And if you guys obviously want twice a week again, it'll come back eventually. But as of right now, I think it's best for me to go down to once a week, because it would make things a lot easier. I'd be able to make I could make longer videos in a sense. Instead of having to make maybe like 2 7 to 10 minute videos, I can make a 15 to 20 minute video of lore and be able to have more time with that and cover a topic that might have more stuff to it. Like, say for this example, the only reason I tackle this one right away is because this does have a lot of lore behind it. I actually cut a lot of information out in terms of the minor things that you really don't know. I didn't talk a lot about the Battle of Battle of Brumor, the Battle of Kvatch. I didn't talk a lot about that, because that in itself is something that is worth another video, I think, if we're going to do it. So this allows me to be able to expand on certain topics, but also save a lot on time. Obviously, if a video is like, videos that are 5 to 10 minutes long still might come out, but they will have more information, more details, more time for me to figure things out. So I think I'll keep this, in terms of this video, this will be the last video that will come out on a Saturday, and I'll have Tuesdays set for Elder Scrolls lore. That would give me enough time to, I guess, make another video for Tuesday. Even in a sense, I can dedicate my Saturdays now to making the video for Tuesday, so that way I'm a bit ahead, right? That makes a little bit more sense. So with that, I hope you guys understand. I remember back when I was still doing the once a week, how ahead I was able to get. I was able to get, like, because it's about a year ago now, more than a year. It's about, God, a year and like 3 months ago. I was able to get about, I think there was one point I was like 10 weeks ahead and didn't have to worry. But then that's when I switched to the twice a week model, and the twice a week model really slapped that away. It cut the 10 weeks into 5 weeks, right? So it really cuts your scheduling in half there. So obviously this can be potentially permanent, but at the same time this can be temporary as well. It all depends on what you guys are seeing, but at least for the meantime this is going to be temporary. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, please like and subscribe for more. And if you want to talk about this further, please let me know in the comments, or feel free to ask me in the Discord chat if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. And with that, I will see you all around. Peace.